We know COVID-19 is making it hard for seniors getting ready to graduate, but what about the other seniors?
I don't go out that much anyway, but when you're told you can't go out, you want to go out.
Most people are bored. Most people are quite bored.
Hey, it's Lawrence Jackson with NBC News. I'm going to tell you how the elderly and their families have been affected by the pandemic. It's no secret that COVID-19 has hit older people harder. Their bodies are more vulnerable to the virus, and social distancing and isolation can really take a toll. But that isolation goes both ways.
It's more than just I miss my grandmother. It's kind of more like I miss my mother. I miss the person who kind of raised me.
Ariel struggles with anxiety and says it's been really hard for him not to be able to see his grandma. She has dementia, and while he talks to her every couple of days, it can be really hard for her to know what's going on and why he's not visiting.
I've seen it where she's just asking every day, when is my grandson gonna see me?
She turns 99 this week, and while he can't celebrate her birthday with her this year, he can't wait to see her when this is all over.
The first thing on my mind is seeing my grandmother.
Like his grandma, a lot of seniors are on lockdown in nursing homes or retirement facilities around the country.
And they have put up a guard station so that anyone coming in has to have a very important reason to be coming in.
Bev's on lockdown in a retirement community in Florida and says she's actually enjoying herself and is glad they're taking precautions.
I exercise, I read, I watch television, I talk with my neighbors. They bring me dinner in a lovely brown bag at 5:30 to 6 o'clock. I can't imagine a place that I would feel safer.
But of course, that's not the case for everyone.
You still have a few residents who choose to leave and they walk right from their apartment and leave, but when they come back, they go back into isolation.
That's Elena. She's in charge of operations for 18 assisted living facilities across California, Idaho, and Washington, where the pandemic hit hard early on.
I'm always in that position, probably as a lot of leaders are today, to say, okay, do you overreact or underreact, and which one's gonna have the worst consequences? We've probably spent $100,000 on PPE.
So far, they've had a few cases, but the residents and staff have all recovered. She feels lucky knowing what's happened at other facilities across the country.
More than 15,000 people have died from coronavirus in long-term care facilities, according to an NBC News count.
I said, I think the reason I was trying to be so proactive back in February was I was terrified, and it could happen to us. It could happen tomorrow. But I feel now in my heart that we've done all of the right things.
Nurses and workers at facilities across the world have been trying their best to keep residents safe.
You know, my biggest fear is what I will bring into our community.
But Cece says they're also trying to make sure everyone stays positive.
We dressed up every day, and everyone wore their jammies one day, and crazy socks, and so we're doing a lot of fun stuff to keep things upbeat, so there's not so much negative going around.
This senior says he's been staying busy in quarantine like a lot of us.
I do at least one TikTok a day, if not 2 or 3, or 4 is a lot.
He's been making them for a while and has 1 million followers. And now he says people have been telling him his TikToks are helping them through quarantine.
Because people tell me that they look forward to it and it makes their day better. Well, that makes me feel good.
One group's working to remind young people to give their senior loved ones a call right now. Bipasha's called her grandma as part of DoSomething.org's Senior Homies initiative.
We used to see each other really often. We talked a lot. Now we've been kind of keeping distance just to stay safe.
Now, since that first chat, they've been trying to talk every day. A lot of grandkids, including a ton of you, have been reaching out to make sure that your grandparents have been feeling the love.
Today was my grandfather's 76th birthday, so we drove over to the apartment. We stayed close to our car. We stayed 6 feet apart.
I have a great-great-grandma who lives in Lincoln, Nebraska. We have been writing her letters because that's something she likes to do to us.
We made some cookies for my grandma, and we put a bag and then we hung it around the little doorknob, and so then I talked to my grandma through the window, so she was in her house and I was outside and I said hi to her.
I've been sharing a lot of recipes with my Nona because she loves to bake, and it seems to really be cheering her up even though we're not there physically.
It's really heartbreaking to see how COVID-19 has taken a toll on senior citizens, but also encouraging to know that a lot of them are staying positive. So definitely give your grandparents a call. Maybe you can teach them Zoom. It'll definitely take a while, but I promise it'll brighten their day and yours. Here's what else we're watching.
South Korean officials said they exchanged fire with North Korean troops along their border on Sunday. This comes a day after Kim Jong-un was reportedly seen in public for the first time in nearly 3 weeks. Israel's High Court will start hearing petitions against their prime minister. It's going to decide on his ability to serve as prime minister while facing criminal indictments, including charges of bribery and fraud. More than 100 people have died in Kenya because of severe flooding. Over 1,800 families have been left homeless. And Asian giant hornets, or murder hornets, have been found in the US for the first time. Researchers are worried the insect could destroy the already endangered bee population.
All the news you need in a few minutes or less. Swipe up to subscribe.